Hello world and welcome back to my channel Honza's Collection, and in today's video I would like to show you Iron Man Mark IV from the movie Iron Man 2, and it is a 1/6 scale pre-painted model kit from the company Kotobukiya. And as you can already see, here we have the box art, and it is quite big, so I'm not even able to put it the whole in to your screen, but I hope you don't mind. And I think that the box art itself looks pretty amazing. We are not looking at the figure actually, or statue, depends how would you like to call it if we are talking about model kit, but here we have the screen, like photoshopped, upgraded picture from the movie itself, which is why it looks absolutely brilliant. And if I would be one of those collectors who are putting art boxes into their collection and having like a nice time watching them, then definitely this would be one of the cases where I would like to put him there. And then on the top we have this 9 3D printed like Avengers Assemble logo, which is nice. Then on the bottom we have nothing, and here we can see the statue itself. Over here we can also see the statue, we can also see some information. It basically says something like that after Iron Man Mark 1, then there was Mark 2, then Mark 3, and this is Mark 4. And it also tells you that we are looking at the suit which has been sculpted by Ryo Otto. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Sorry, Mr. Otto. Ito. See? And this is approximately 13 inches tall, which means that it's a 1/6 scale. So it's basically as high as regular Hot Toys statues and figures. So yeah, that's more or less everything. Here we have also the photoshopped photo of the statue itself, and then I can show you this, which is the plastic blister which has been inside, and as you can see, something's not right, because as you can see, like, this is a model kit, so it means that you have to put all the parts and pieces together to have one solid statue, which is actually not as solid as we would like to see, but let's talk about it in a minute, right? And one thing which I have to tell you is that I already bought this statue. I'm the second owner of this, which means that I didn't have any chance to put it all together, so I'm not able to tell you like how it has been solved on the inside, if you had to use glue on something or didn't have to. I have no idea, so I don't want to give you any false information, because I bought it, as you can see right here. So that's one thing. And a second thing, it is a statue, which means that there is no articulation. You have simply just this one pose, and it is a nice dynamic pose, one of the iconic ones, which means that it looks pretty good in your collection if you have him standing right as you can see him right now. But on the other hand, we have to talk about this, and I think you can already see it here like that, but maybe if I will do something like this, you can see that even more. and that means that he's leaning a little bit more forward than he should, which means that it is not really accurate. And I think that his legs are a little bit longer than they should be, and like as he's leaning forward, I think if you would do the pose in a real life, then most likely you would, you know, fall down like this. So this is not the best solution, I think. And second thing which we have to talk about is that there are no accessories. There are no like guns in the forearm or whatever, which is something that you were able to see also in the more later Mark suits. But here he is just as he is. And you also don't have a head sculpt of Robert Downey Jr. here, which is also unfortunate. So a lot of things are not as good as they could be. But the main thing, which is not okay in my personal opinion, is that it's a plastic piece. And that's totally wrong in my opinion, because we are talking about Iron Man. Come on. So you would expect that it will be die cast. It will be made out of metal so that you can touch it and it will be cold, obviously. But no, this is a standard PVC plastic. So it looks a little bit cheaper than it should. So it has this like toy-etic feel when you touch this, and that's not something which I'm happy to see. But we also have to add the second important thing here, which is the fact that it's not a Hot Toys figure, which means I don't know how it is in US dollars or any kind of currencies, but in Czech crowns you don't have to pay around 12,000 Czech crowns. You pay, or at least I paid 3,500 Czech crowns, which means that he's 4th time cheaper than Hot Toys one. And still a little bit more expensive than, for example, statues from Diamond Select. So he's like in the middle, closer to Diamond Select. So in this case, I think it's a good release, and it's something that you will be happy to have in your collection for this price. Because although there are like multiple things which I'm not really happy with, I think that if you don't have a lot of money for statues and for collectibles, but you really want to have like a nice Iron Man in your display, then he might be the one for you. So if you will be fine with the choice of material, if you will be fine with the fact that you don't have any accessories or secondary head sculpt or any articulation here, then I think you can be fine. And there's at least one more feature which I think it wouldn't be complete without this feature, so I'm happy that they have added it here, because for example in Diamond Select statues you don't have this feature. And what I mean by this feature is the lighting. So here you can see that there are also like more scratches, and like the whole thing was a little bit more like stinky, and it feels like there was a glue on it, or I don't know what exactly it was, because it's not really. It's a little bit nasty when you touch this. Not in all places, but on some places it is. So I'm not really happy with that. But it's not the minus of this statue. It's just the simple fact that the previous owner had it, I don't know, in bad conditions, and not in a detolf or something. So I think that this is the case. So I'm not blaming Kotobukiya for having like nasty statues, but it's just the previous owner. So here we have the switch, so we can light it up, and it already lights. Like you can see, like the arc reactor here, here, and also the eyes. And then you can take Iron Man from this, and here unfortunately you don't have anything, so it's not really like accurate. But as you can see, like they had to do some compromises here, and at least like the main parts are working, so that's fine. But one thing which we also have to mention is that if you would like to put it in your shelf like without the base, you can't, because it falls down like this. So you always have to put him on the stand, and unfortunately you cannot really see the light here that much, because all of a sudden the sun is shining. But it works, and if you will put the batteries in, then it's fine. And also what I can show you here is, at least to give you some idea how it was before as a module. So here you have this pack which goes like right there, and it lights up the whole thing. And here at the back you will just simply put the screwdriver in and put the batteries there, and it's fine. So it is working, which is good. And then also the base works as well. So we have switch right here. So ta-da! Yeah, it looks better in the dark. And with new batteries. But for those of you like wondering like if it's worth it, I think it is. I think it's fine, and if you have like enough small batteries and you want to play with it, like it lights up enough to, you know, give you the taste of how good it can be. But obviously, like a lot of collectors will have it switched off, because you know, the batteries won't last forever. So that's how he looks. And because I do want to buy a more expensive Iron Mans, I have like, I would love to have like Mark 5, Mark 85 battle damaged, and also Mark, I think it's 47 from Homecoming. Those would be the ones which I would love to have in my collection one day. Then this is the reason why I'm selling this this guy, because like I want like proper die-cast action figures. So having a statue like this is not enough for me at this moment, but in the meantime it did the good job, right? He's still like, he has this punchy red, he like looks well in the shelf, and especially if you will put him together with Mr. Whiplash, then I think it's a pretty decent duo, and they look great together. You can already see on the Whiplash that like he has been sculpted, and like all the engineering behind this piece and on him itself like looks just incredibly well done. So he's amazing, absolutely. But if you don't have enough money to have like proper Hot Toys, then this Kotobukiya Iron Man, you know, can work in your display. So that's how I have them in my D12. And now when he will be gone, I will just put Mandarin next to Whiplash, at least until I will have the proper Mark V. So that was my review. As I said, like he has a lot of minuses in my opinion, but for the price you are paying, it's still a nice release. And if you want something like in between, then go and grab him if you can still get him somewhere. I have no idea if he's still available or if he has been sold out or whatever. So go and check him out. And if you did like the review, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit bell notification icon, because without that I will not be able to give you guys more video and you will not be able to see them. And I think we all agree that that would be a big shame. So thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you soon with the next video.